What's up, guys? Lang Whitaker here from Grind City Media. It's another weeknight. I got to get food on the table, so what's better than chicken? And my favorite part of the chicken thighs. I got a simple recipe. We're gonna make a little pan sauce with them. We're gonna roast them in the oven. It's gonna be easy. I can do it. You can do it. Let's do it together. This is Cooking with Lang. Let's go. Today we are making roasted chicken thighs with pan sauce. Let's start with the chicken thighs. I love chicken thighs. They have so much flavor, more than the breast. Sometimes you gotta do a little bit of cleaning though. These are bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs, and they come with, of course, the skin on, which means sometimes you get a little too much skin. This one's been trimmed. This one looks pretty good. I just go through and see, this one has this big piece of skin on here. We don't want that because it's just too much. And it's gonna render too much and take too long, and it's gonna be useless. So use a pair of kitchen shears, clean them up a little bit, salt, pepper, and then we're ready to go. All right, we're gonna get the chicken cooking. I've got some mashed potatoes going here too to eat with it, but we'll save that for another show, please. All right, first of all, the cold pan right now, putting in the chicken skin side down. It's got salt and pepper all over it. And what we want to do first is get this skin nice and crispy and render off some of this fat. There's going to be a lot of fat because it's chicken thigh, and that's what makes it taste so good. So I got these in here. I'm going to put the heat on medium. I'm not going to touch it for about 8 to 10 minutes. It's going to start sizzling away. It's going to get warm. Some of the fat's going to start cooking out. We're just going to let this sit here for about 10 minutes. Might be a little sticky at first. Eventually the skin's going to release. We'll flip them all over. We'll put them in the oven. All right, it's been 10 minutes. You can see how much fat is already rendered out of these guys. At this point, I think they're going to be ready to turn over. Okay, look at that. Crispy skin. I can show how crisp it is. So this one's a little stuck still. Give it a little help. I'm going to turn this heat off. And we're going to go in the oven. Oven's at 400 degrees. We're going to stick these in. All right, chicken thighs are in the oven. We're gonna cook them about 15 minutes. Oven's at 400 degrees. We need to get the thighs to 165. We'll check them with the thermometer after 15 minutes, but that's about what it'll take, I think. Then about 15 minutes, the chicken thighs are done, I'm thinking, so I'm gonna take them out, and they look gorgeous. Let's take the temperature. You can hear how crispy that is. We are over 165, we're good. So what I'm going to do with these guys is put them on a plate, let them just kind of chill here, and then use this pan and all these gorgeous fat and juices and all this stuff to make an amazing sauce to go with these guys. So there's clearly too much fat in this pan, so you could either save it or figure out something, whatever you want to do with it. We're gonna make a pan sauce now. I poured out most of that fat. There's about a tablespoon left. Got it on kind of high heat. Remember, the pan is hot. It's been in the oven, a 400-degree oven. So keep a towel just on top of the handle so you don't burn yourself. It's a good tip. All right, fat's going again. There's about a tablespoon of fat left in the pan. This is one shallot that's minced up. I minced out earlier. We're gonna cook that in the chicken fat. And just kind of soften it a little bit. Soak up as much of that flavor and fat as we can. We'll give that about 30 seconds. Okay, it's been 30 seconds. You can see they're already getting a little transparent. Look on the bottom of this pan. You see this brown stuff? That's called fond. That's where the chicken was stuck to the pan and was cooking away, and that's basically pure flavor. How do we get that flavor into our sauce? White wine. I'm gonna put about a cup of white wine. And I'm gonna scrape that stuff off the bottom and off the sides as best as I can, because we want all that flavor to go into our sauce. We're gonna let this wine boil for 2 to 3 minutes. It's gonna reduce by about half, and then we're gonna add the rest of our sauce stuff in there. Then about 2 to 3 minutes, you can see it's already reduced, got a little thicker. Now, about a cup of chicken stock, low sodium, reduced sodium, whatever you want. And bring it back to the boil. Let this reduce down too. This will probably take 3 to 4 minutes. And then we're going to put some in. Let's finish off our sauce. You can see, if you can see through the smoke, how it's reduced down there. It's gotten thicker. It's gonna be nice, lovely sauce. I'm turning the heat off. First thing to finish this off, about half a teaspoon of capers, which is one of my favorite things in the world. They're salty and vinegary. And to kind of reinforce that flavor with another vinegary thing, this is a nice heaping tablespoon. As far as I'm concerned, you can't have too much of this. Whole grain mustard. And I'm gonna kind of take that off the heat and stir that in. That's gonna help thicken it too. And then to really thicken it up, I'm gonna put some butter in. This is a couple tablespoons, pats of butter, and we'll just kind of stir it in as we go, one at a time. This is really gonna make it luscious and shiny and bring a real richness to this sauce. You're drooling a little bit, aren't you? Let's put one more in there and just kind of melt that in. You can use a wooden spoon, whatever. Somebody chastised me in the comments for using the metal spoon in the metal pan the other day correctly. I mean, you correctly chastised me for doing that. So, let's finish this butter, stir that in, and then you can see how good this looks. And then the last thing, a little brightness to this. I've found some parsley and some dill in my refrigerator. So we're gonna finish it off with some chopped parsley and some chopped dill. A little small handful of each. And stir that in. And we have an amazing sauce to go with our chicken. Let's eat. I made the mashed potatoes to go with this because you need something to soak up all that awesome sauce. And I'm trying not to put too much on the skin because it's crispy. We work so hard to make it crispy. Let's keep it crispy. Indeed. Some potatoes, some chicken, some sauce. The skin is the first thing you get. It's super crispy. The vinegary, the mustard, capers. Chicken so moist. And it tastes like chicken. That's my favorite thing about chicken thighs. It tastes like chicken. Chicken breasts, hit or miss. Chicken thighs taste like chicken. This is so good. We just got dinner on the table in like 20 something minutes and people are gonna be asking for seconds and thirds. This is Cooking with Lang. I did it. You can do it. Let's do it together. This is Cooking with Lang.